Alrighty, everyone, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Crowsnest Cup Series season opener, Daytona 250. Here on Extreme SMTV, we'll get you down to the racetrack here in just a moment. Get started with our pre-race ceremonies. Got a lot to go over tonight, a little bit of different changes here for season 2 of the Crowsnest Cup Series this year. So look for that, a couple of different changes. Alright, as we're getting ready here, the car's out on track right now. Everyone getting everything they got ready to go here tonight. So we're going to get you down trackside, watch a little bit of practice. We'll come back here momentarily for our national anthem and get ready to go. Green flag racing live here at Daytona. Alright, as we have our first big incident in practice here. These guys getting used to, you see on the back of the sprint cars with the sprint cup cars with the new update, you got a very tall rear spoiler. Something these guys are going to have to work to get around and figure out how they're going to deal with here this evening. Now, luckily, the top of the spoiler is clear, so you can see through that back window in to the car ahead of you where you can see what's going on in front of you guys, because if it wasn't for that, man, they would have a huge problem on hand. And we're going to get ready to go check out a couple of more here out on track. John there, Paul as well. Charles Johnson back here also. Les Levy. All these guys back in action. The 08 Tyler machine, Mr. Mark. They're on track as well. Again, I think all of the trading paints are up to date. We'll just have to wait and see what trading paints do its thing, guys. So we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here in about 18 minutes. Or Mr. Randy there. And that number 81 machine. Take a look here. On board there with Randy. Get a sense of just how fast these cars are rolling around here. And we're at the start finish line. Alrighty, folks. We'll be back with you here momentarily. All right, well, we're back here waiting on practice to wrap up. We're going to grab a couple of interviews here, see who we can get up in the booth with us to yak with us here for a moment. Why is it? Sorry about that, guys. Team Speaks defaulted on me. Let me go fix it for you. All right, well, we're back here waiting on. I'm gonna grab a couple. All right, let's see who we can get up in the booth with us right here, right now. See if we can get Mr. Start out with Mr. Singer.
You are. You're 14.
Hey, Mr. Singer, you got a copy on me? I believe it's Maria. Maria, you got a copy on me?
Yeah, I'm here, Matt.
Hey, Mr. Singer, how you doing today?
A little sad at learning of the passing of an original Crow's Nest driver, and
Yeah,
and he was the owner of Six Pack Racing League. So,
yeah, that. It's rough, man. It's never any good. Made it put a little bit of a downer on the day, to be honest. Well, Jimmy, let me ask you a question. What are you thinking about the field you got out there right now?
I think we have a great field. I'm a little afraid of this setup. I wanted to go with our original setup for tonight, but Junior wanted to try another setup, and it runs loose high. They're going to have to be on their toes, or it's going to be a wreck fest. So we're just going to have to cross our fingers. Yeah.
Alrighty, man. Well, I will tell you what, we've got 3 attempts at a green white checker tonight. We've got a lot going on. These cars are a little bit harder to handle now. Should be a good one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I just hope they settle down, and uh, I hope they settle down and get used to it first, because like I say, I've got reports that it's a little loose on the high side. So
Alrighty, buddy. Well, we'll let you go do your admin and duties, getting ready to go here this evening.
yeah, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you putting on the show for us. And hey, I no matter what it is, it's going to be a great race, because the Crow's Nest, we race every lap. We don't ride around and race the last 5. So
Exactly,
when
buddy.
it's a when it's the Crow's Nest, it's going to be a race. We don't get all worked up if there is a caution, but I do have concerns with this setup.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, we're going to let you go do your adminning, and we'll holler at you here in a little bit.
Okay, thank you, buddy. And if you get a chance, Matt, get a close up of the 53 car. He is running the. He has the number 14 pasted on it at several locations in honor of the original Crow's Nest driver, Timothy Waltrip.
Alrighty, we'll definitely take a look at it. And I just hate that losing Timothy. It's the thing about the Crow's Nest is it's a family. That's the thing about the Crow's Nest. It's a family. So it's definitely rough, Jimmy. And I know I'd personally seen him a couple of times, especially doing a couple of races here and there at plate tracks. He was a good driver.
Yeah, and he was a good guy. He really was. He made Jimmy's show Saturday night, and those rooms fill up so fast, and he was so tickled he got in there. He got to run a couple of Jimmy's races Tuesday, and then we get the news that he passed away on Wednesday. He will be missed.
For sure. All right, Mr. Singer, we're going to let you go here, and we'll holler at you later on in the evening.
All right, buddy. Sure appreciate you.
Yep. All right, well, they're out there practicing. Let's see if we can grab a couple of more. We got about 10 minutes left. See cars out on track here and running some testing. And we will see if we'll take a look at Bud's. I think Bud's car. And I think, guys, I've got, trouble on the back straightaway. Multiple cars around in practice. This car setup seems to be loose on these guys. Now, as far as the car number, I'm going to take a look at the car. But as far as the car number, what I'm hoping is it lets us see it. I do not have Trading Paints Pro. So, let's see. Oh, to see if we can find it here. Bud's car is in pit road. Hey, Bud Steele, you got a copy of him? Only man's mad up in the booth. Hey, Bud, you got a copy on me? I don't think Bud's got a copy on us. He might have stepped away for a moment. But we'll definitely take a look at that car as soon as we can. As he gets out on track here. Again, a full field of competitors here tonight. 43 cars. Gonna take on a Daytona Super Speedway this evening. Alrighty, folks, I'm gonna step away from the booth just one moment. And when we come back, we'll be ready for our pre-race national anthem. And then we'll get ready for qualifying. Alrighty, folks, we're back here. Sorry about that. I had to step away for just a few moments, but we're gonna get ready here with your starting lineup here from Daytona International Speedway. So it should be a lot of fun here as these guys are getting gridded, and we'll get ready to give you the starting lineup. Taking a look here in row number 1, that number 17 machine of Mr. Anderson taking home the pole with of course, the starting lineup brought to you by PK Designs. Thank you, PK, for all your work that you do with the Crowsnest, getting all these nice looking logos done. Starting inside row number 2, Mr. Rick McKinney, outside Les Levy in the 62. Inside row number 3, Mr. Tommy there in that 5th spot. And the 41 I've seen there in 6th. 7th will be Jimmy Crow. Jimmy Crow starting 7th. Charles Johnson 8th. Starting in 9th, Jesse Unruh. Luke Gray 10th. Starting inside row number 6, Mr. Taylor Benjamin, outside of Paul there in the 3. Again, Paul, thanks for all your graphics design work, buddy. And row number 7 on the inside, Alex Huffman, outside of Randy. Inside row number 8, the 15 of Donald Stewart, outside JT Crow. Mr. JT Crow. Inside row number 9, David Overstreet in the O2 machine, outside Mark there in the 59. Inside the row number 10, Art Peck, and outside Douglas Johnson starting 20th. As the rest of your starting lineup will scroll through on your screen. See there, Bud Steele 21st. Ron there 22nd. Mr. Gene there, Robert Richards there as well, 24th. 25th, Paul White. Justin there, 26th. Shane there, 27th. 28th is Michael. David there, 29th. 30th, Mr. James Ledford in the 48. 31st, Leonard and Diego. And in 33rd, Dwight and Michael Spell, 34th. Dave Lane, 35th. Rolf there, 36th. And starting 37th, John Brill. All right, folks, we're going to get ready to get them going green here from Daytona Speedway here in just a moment. All right. Get ready to get them going. See as they work their way out of turn number 4. We should be about ready to go. Pace car is off and green. A flag is in the air once again. We're back underway here for season 2 at Daytona. Pack thunders by here. 38 cars is what I counted, and out front right now, that's going to be Mr. David leading the way through turns number 1, headed for turn 2. David out front, 1 lap of 100 complete. The 17 machine leads the way. The 72 Miller Lite machine right there on his back bumper. That's Mr. Rick there in that number 72 machine. As they thunder down the back straightaway, and yellow is out. Yellow flag on the speedway here already. We're going to see what may be the issue. Dwight Flash, Jimmy Crow 2. A bunch of cars looks like maybe involved in that one. Need Dwight. And again, we do have fast repairs, so try to find the incident here. As you see, nice clean start there so far. And we'll see where the problem became. We can. I'm not seeing it anywhere here yet. Hang on, guys. Trying to find the issue. They came down the back straightaway. They head into the corner. We're going to take a look one more time, see if we can find the issue here. This is kind of near the back of the pack. We were up front, not seeing anything yet. So head down the back straightaway. And Nothing on screen as of yet, but the yellow flag did fly. I don't see anything. Obviously something happened, I'm just not seeing it. Nevertheless, I think Dave Lane may have been involved. But we're back under yellow here at Daytona for the first time of this evening. Take a look here already, race stats. Right now, average of a lap of a 47.165 so far this evening. We'll take a look at our track facts of the first yellows out of the evening. Daytona International Speedway, it's a four-corner, 2.48 mile track here. We'll do 248 laps, 248 miles tonight, track temp 65, air temp 64. And we do have some cars on the pit road right now. We'll take a look there in just a moment. A couple of cars electing to come down under that first caution. Again, we do have 3 fast repairs here tonight. Dale right there scored a 34th. Now Alex Kent scored. James Ledford back there in 35th. Man, James also kind of a rough deal for James to start out as well. There's James Ledford there in that number 48 machine. We'll see if we can get a close up on Bud's car here in just a moment. Huge field here tonight, right around 37, 38 cars. Absolutely giant field here at Daytona. There's Bud's car. Let's see if I can get a close up on it here. Riding wrong with Bud right now. There we go. A nice clean shot. Beautiful looking race car for Bud. And yeah, unfortunately we don't have the number on it. Unfortunately, I do not have Trading Paints Pro, so it's not going to show up. But keep in mind, he is running that number 14 machine on that car. Just a beautiful looking race car. Alrighty, folks, we'll get ready to go green the flag racing here once again in a moment. Taking a look at Bud working his way down the back straightaway right now. Currently, Bud's sitting in 19th position. Bud's still right now in 19th. He's got a little ways to work his way up, but I know Bud, he'll get there. So here we go, getting ready to go back green flag racing here in just a moment. Here at Daytona International Speedway. This is race number 1 for season 2 of the Crowsnest Cup Series. 5 laps complete. Early caution here at Daytona International Speedway. Again, yellow came out early on in this one, as everybody will start to get lined back up once again. David there on pit road, you can see Diego there as well. And back here, Michael Spell back here in 40th. He may have been involved actually in that first incident that we weren't able to catch there. So we'll get ready to go back green the flag here in a moment. Meanwhile, way up here at the front of the pack, Leading the way, that's going to be Rob as your race, David as your race leader, and Rick McKinney there in a second. We'll get ready to go green flag racing here in a moment as the cars roll down the back straightaway once again. Lights off on that iRacing pace car. Once again, the green flag will go in the air here one more time at Daytona. And if anybody in comments would like to chime in how the stream is looking, I want to double check that because that is a lot of cars out here tonight. A whole lot of race cars on track right now.
Green, green, green.
All right, green flag is out. We're back underway. Green in the air. We're back going here at Daytona International Speedway once again. Up to speed. Here they come. Down the front straightaway to 72 on the high side. He's looking for help. Early on here, trying to get some help to his back bumper. And the 80 coming through as well. 80 is Mr. Tommy Gossett there in that 80 machine as they roll down the back straightaway once again. Here we go one more time. Look at this mass of cars down the front straightaway. The U.S. Army machine out front takes the lead away. Nice job. First lead change, lap number 1. Holy cow, just a huge amount of cars as they roll through here at Daytona Speedway. 2 packs now. 2 lines of cars side by side, and we're looking at the battle for the race lead. Meanwhile, back here in 5th, that's Charles Johnson trying to work his way through. And on back a little bit further, Luke Gray back here in the number 29 machine on the inside line. Again, 2 lanes of traffic right now, both doing a great job just holding their line. Trying to keep it nice and straight off the corner. Here we go down the front straightaway once again. Put lap number 7 in the books here on Extreme Sim TV for the Crowsnest Cup Series. And the turn 1 once again out front right now. You're going to have, that is going to be Tommy Gossett out front leading the way. He's got all kinds of help. David Anderson back there as well. Everybody doing everything they can onto the back straightaway. Look at the blue and white Jeff Gordon paint scheme. Well, excuse me, probably William Byron paint scheme now. Good, beautiful looking race car nevertheless. That number 24 machine. Back there in the up there on the top lane. Back 3 cars back. The number 19 Credit 1 machine. He's trying to sneak his way in there. That's Mr. Rob trying to sneak up through the pack here. Take one more look at it as they come down through the start-finish line one more time. Everybody works their way heading towards turn number 1 once again. Man, what a beautiful set of race cars heading onto the back straightaway. 42 up there on the high side line. Down the back straightaway once again. Back through 3 and 4, you see this huge pack working their way around here. Look how far back some of these drivers are back there, pretty good ways. 43 cars. That's what it looks, well, more like 38, but that's what it looks like here. Holy cow, as they head towards turn number 1. 2 lanes of traffic still. Now back onto the back straightaway. 2 packs of cars doing a nice job, holding nice and even. The 133 pushing the 17 there, the 16 and the 29 on the inside line. As we're 10 out of 100 complete. Look at the 19. He's going to try to shoot the gap. Yellow flag is out. Second yellow of the evening. We're going to go see if we can find what's going on. And big trouble back here near the back of the pack. Oh my goodness. We'll go back and take a look at it here. What in the world happened here? Looks like a couple of cars are going to get together. Yep, up front of them. Trying to get a number there. The 3 machine goes around, and boy, oh boy, as they all start piling in. Take one more look at it here. The 3 just goes around, and oh boy, huge incident there. Into the trial, turn 1 and turn 2. Number 3 Good Wrench Machine was involved. That's what kind of triggered this off here in 3 and 4. And I would tell you how many's involved, but I'm not even going to try to count that many. But luckily for these guys, they do have a fast repair. Paul there, I hate to see Paul getting wrapped up in it. In that number 3 one more time as they went into the corner. I don't think there's really much Paul could do. As he gets loose on the high line, and we heard Jimmy talk about that outside line being an issue, and he just got loose out there. First yellow of the evening, and we'll be right back on or the second yellow of the evening, and we'll be right back on Extreme Sim TV. All right, as we're getting ready once again, everybody off of pit road, nice and smooth. Diego back here trying to catch back up to the back of the pack. Paul back here as well in that number 3 machine. Here we go, 12 out of 100 laps complete. Yeah, Maria, I noticed that. And I think I know what it is, but it's just a field of this size. And I'll get that fixed here before the next event. I normally don't have a field of this size, but I know what it is. I just can't fix it at the moment. So, sorry about that, guys. It's going to be misleading on the final 4, but I know what it is. I just can't fix it. Like I said, normally don't have a field quite this large. But we'll get ready to go green flag racing once again here in just a moment. Now, keep in mind, we're going to be coming around to lap number 14. And that number associated with Mr. Timothy. So what we're going to do here is, as these cars cross the line for lap number 14, all audio to the stream will be cut, and we will have a lap of silence in honor of Mr. Timothy here. And Timothy, we're all thinking about you, and Timothy's family, we're all thinking about them. And it's tough, you lose somebody out of a group close-knit as this group is. So what we're going to do now is they come out headed for the start-finish line. All audio will be cut here.
Green, green, green.
Alrighty, and we're gonna go back green here, and it's not. Honestly, guys, I don't know what to say. Just Timothy's family, if you're watching, we're thinking about you. So we're gonna get ready to go back green flag racing here once again. Out front right now, the number 24 machine leads the way on the restart. That's Charles Johnson up there along with Bud Steele. Right there in that number 56 machine getting a big shove from the 133 on the inside line now as they head towards turn 3 and 4. Bud right there, nice shove there on the bottom lane. Bud Steele going to take over the race lead here. Lap number 15 goes on the board.
Caution, yellow flag.
Yellow flag is out as we got a big wreck down in 1 and 2. Holy moly. And the 1 and 2, you can see the 52 machine involved. And what happened here? Looks like a couple of cars just going to come together mid-pack. 10 or the 24 gets turned around. And here we go. We're just stacking them up. When this happens, the 38 involved. When this happens, when they all stack up like that, there is nothing you can do. Everybody was on the brakes. Go back and take a look. Let me try to find the 38 here. And that many cars, just nothing you can do. Take a look here. Here's the 98 of Paul as he's going to drive into this thing. Couple of lanes back here. That's going to be Paul pulling along. And he gets on the brakes. You can see the wreck, the smoke in front of him. He gets this car loaded down and look at such a nice job as he brinks out there for a second. And JD Crow might have got around it. But man, oh man. Look at that. There's nowhere for anybody to go. Huge incident there. Meanwhile, Jesse Unruh up front pulling away as they all wreck behind them. But I was going to try to get you another car number. Looks like Dave here may or may not have damage. Looks like he has a little bit on that front nose. So big incident here, lap number 17, and another big incident here. Again, we heard Singer talk about this earlier, that these cars on the high line seem to be unstable, but right now Bud Steele out front in the 53 machine. All right, we got a couple of cars headed to pit road here early on. Of course, that is Bud out front. Unfortunately, Bud's team speak's not working, so we will see if we can grab Mr. David was second. He's going to come off pit road in that number 17 machine. Let's see if we can get a word with Mr. David here. See if he's in here somewhere. Let's see, David. Mr. Anderson. There he is. Hey, Dave, it's Matt up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, how you doing, Matt?
Doing good, buddy. Well, you was waiting. You was up front there, front of the pack there for a little bit. The yellow come out. You did come down pit road, but man, it looks like these cars are a little bit unstable out there tonight.
Yeah, I think after the last build, I think that's what's happening. You know, they're a little unstable getting into the turns more than anything, and I don't know. When you're out front, they're pretty smooth.
Yeah, I was noticing because I ran NIS at Michigan after the build came out, and out front the car was fine, man. But as soon as you got in the pack, it was just unbelievably loose.
Yeah, it definitely is.
What do you think that is? You think that's just the air on that spoiler becoming an issue?
I think it is. Yeah, I think that's probably fairly realistic as well. You know.
Yeah, gone are the days where you're just going to hold the gas wide open and not really have to do anything.
Actually, you can. You just have to be aware that they get a little squirrely going into the turns. You know, I mean, I haven't had any issues even when I was behind people. So, I guess we'll have to see. Is that what's causing all these wrecks?
Yeah, from what I'm seeing up here, it looks like somebody will get loose, especially if they're on the high side, come down the racetrack, and there you have it.
Yeah, that happened to me. I didn't wreck, but the back end kicked out on me going into one of the turns here, and they are squirrely.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, best of luck to you going forward.
All right, thanks a lot.
Alrighty, man. Have a great one.
All right, you too.
Alright, let's see. Well, while the yellow, we're going to check on the pace car here. The yellow looks to be still out. Indeed it is. We're going to grab Mr. Jimmy, get Jimmy up here. See if we can get Mr. Crow up here.
Caller.
Hey, Jimmy Senior, or Jimmy Junior, you got a copy on me?
Yes, sir.
Alright, buddy. Well, how's the car feeling out there right now?
Fine. Just want to get some green flag laps in.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Well, they're having a pretty good run here so far. But I'll tell you what, Jimmy, these cars look like they're a handful, so best of luck to you.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Alrighty. Well, here we go. Coming out of turn number 4, getting ready to go green at flag racing one more time. Here on Extreme SMTV. Crowsnest Cup Series season opener, the Daytona 250. Alright, we're getting ready to go green here one more time. The lights are off on that iRacing pace car, and out front leading the way is going to be that '08 Oreo machine. All right, here we go. Getting ready to go green flag racing once again. Getting ready to put that green back in the air. Mr. Taylor out front, outside of him, and that is going to be Mr.
Green, green,
Rogers.
green.
And green is in the air. 20 laps in the books here at Daytona International Speedway. Look at that 17 machine. On that jump, he was able to get that machine right up to the back bumper of the 08 Oreo machine. Mr. Tyler trying to hang on. But man, David right there to the back bumper. Mr. Rogers dropping back on the high side. A little bit further back into the field he goes now. Down the back straightaway. Once again, the 08 on the inside. Here comes the 73 2 through the middle. What a move, man. He split it 3 wide into turns 3. Holy cow, the 72 machine of Rick through the middle and makes it work. The 73 gets shoved out of the line. He doesn't have any drafting help up there. He's going to fall back. Here comes the 41 to fill the middle. 3 wide now. He's still falling back here. 21 laps in. And man, oh man. Big time move through the middle of the field for Rick there in the 72 Miller Lite machine. Finally, the 73 is going to find the slot to slide back in. He's dropped a ton of positions here. That's Mr. Rogers there dropping back to 12th. Back along the back of the field here. And taking a look here at Dave Lane there in the 15 and Dave Edwards back here. Dave Lane in the 45 and Edwards back there as well. Holy cow, just a huge amount of craziness going on. Donald Stewart up near the front. He's worked his way up closer to the front of the pack here. Right now in 11th in that number 78 machine. It's going to be Mr. Donald Stewart. All right, 23 out of 100 already complete here this evening. Jesse Unruh up near the front of the pack here in that 133 trying to make it happen. On the inside road right behind the 17 machine. That is Mr. Jesse Unruh. Great job here for Jesse. But meanwhile, we're still out front here, Mr. Anderson. Mr. David Anderson trying to hang on to the race lead. He's going to have Unruh with him. Man, what a pack of race cars out there tonight. 24 laps in out of 100 here at Daytona International Speedway. Now 25 in. Again, 3 fast repairs for these guys. Everybody's still on track despite being an incidents here. Beautiful looking race cars out front. The 17 to 133. Pushing hard together. Dave back here in the 30 working his way up just a little bit on the outside lane. Nice looking ride there for Dave. JD Crow back here in the middle of the pack in that number 23 machine, currently in 14th. Shane and Gunter are right there with him as well. Alright folks, 26 out of 100 laps complete here tonight. John Brill back here as well in midst of this pack. Taking a look at they all work their way around the 36 machine. Wow, that's a pretty race car. Meanwhile, back there in that 3 good wrench machine, you see him working his way into the picture here. That's Paul working his way back up to 20th position. Keep in mind, Paul was involved in a wreck earlier on today. And he is working his way back up through the field. They'll go around the 69 steel machine on the bottom of the racetrack. Off the pace. And we're starting to get into our run here. Jesse Unruh still sitting in third. Michael fourth. Taylor fifth. And this is just a great racing here so far now as they start to get spread out. Getting it all figured out here. David Anderson, though, still out front leading the way in that number 17 machine. 28 of 100 laps complete here at Daytona International Speedway. They've been doing a great job in that 17 leading the way. The 28 GM machine on the high side. He's trying to work his way up there to the back bumper to 72 to give him a shove. Maybe try to push that outside line ahead just a little bit. And we're going to go for our first crank it up of the evening. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed that there. A little bit of crank it up. Still side by side up front near the race lead right now. Great battle and 31 laps in. Everybody now running that inside line. The 72, man, he's not giving up on that outside groove at all. Trying to really make it work up there. That Miller Lite machine, the number 72, hanging out there with that number 28 machine. Rick really pushing it here on the high side, trying to get clear of that bottom lane. Doing everything they can. 32 out of 100 laps already in the books here tonight, and they just can't get clear. David, they're doing a great job in that number 17 machine, hanging on to the race lead right now. 14 laps on this set of this fuel tank and set of tires right now. So expect them to head to pit road around 30, 35. A little bit further to go here before we got to worry about green flag pit stops, but a really good possibility that could happen here in just a little bit. Again, this stop would get us to halfway here. Oh, we got trouble. Oh, no. Big incident in the front of the racetrack. Somebody gets tipped around. Go back and take a look here one more time. Looks like that's the 133 machine. And something's going to happen here. He's going to come out. Something happened. He come out of the gas, and these guys behind him had nowhere to go. Trying to figure out here. Wow. One more look at it, we see deeper in the pack, and you're going to see a checkup happen. Yeah, just nowhere for anybody to go. The 78 gets caught up in it. The 98. I'm not exactly sure. It just looks like the 133 lost power. It's Jesse Unruh one more time. As he comes out of the corner here, and he's just going to lose all this power. And I know, yeah, I think he blew the motor. I think that was the motor letting go. And that's just going to stack the field up. We're going to go on board with him and try to see. But I believe that was a motor letting go. And you're going to hear it right here. That motor's just going to let go in front of the field. Nobody was able to check up in time. Yeah, right there it went. Nothing he could do. He tried to get out of the way. It just didn't work for him. And he is in trouble. That is really unfortunate. That car slide down. The 85 gets caught up in it. So big incident here. Take a look at here at the 85. A lot of damage on his vehicle. And I just don't know that there's much anybody could do. And see, the backpack here does a pretty good job. They're going to come through this mess. And they'll be at a reduced speed and just see them slow down. Nice job back here. So, everybody for the most part did a good job. Just a couple of unlucky things happening there. And that brought the yellow out once again. Or on pit road here. Meanwhile, as they exit pit road to 41, will fall in behind the 72. And the 72 will fall out and pull out behind the 17 of Mr. David there as your race leader. 35 out of 100 complete already here this evening. All right, folks, I'll be back with you for the race restart here in a moment.
Green, green, green.
Alrighty, folks, we're back. We're under green flag conditions, lap number 40. Here we go. Back underway once again. I'll turn the cars up a little bit if y'all need it. I just need to know how loud you want them. We're back underway once again here at Daytona. Number 17 machine back out front once again. 40 laps in here to 72 right there to his back bumper. JD Crows worked his way in the 23 machine up. They're challenging his way as well. JD right there near the front of the pack in that number 23 machine. That Kodiak machine, I love that car. JD Crow on the high side in that number 23 machine. Dead even right now with the 17 machine of Mr. David Anderson. JD Crow side by side down the back straightaway. The 28 machine right there as well. 41 out of 100 in the books. Yeah, I turned them up just a little bit there, LK, to see if you like it that way. You'll have to let me know if it's too loud now. Out front, the 17 machine of David Anderson, Rick there as well, JD as well right there. Side by side front pack now, 42 out of 100 laps in the books. So here we go on the inside. See, these two lines are just stalled out. Doesn't look like anybody can get a good run. But these two lines stalled out. Michael Coe back here in the 28 machine. Rick back here as well. Here we go, working our way that back down the end of the tri-oval one more time. These two lanes are pretty even, man. Great racing up front. Mr. JD Crow working his way on the outside. He's going to try to nose ahead in that number 23 machine. JD Crow trying to walk away at the win here this evening, trying to Get just a little bit ahead of the 17 machine. And we're going to try to check in on the 16 machine of Jimmy Crows Jr. Then we can check in on him. Jimmy Crow Jr. sitting on pit road out of this one, 16 laps down. Meanwhile, out front, J.D. Crow trying to get around Mr. David there in the 17 machine. Donald Stewart back here just a little ways there in that number 78 machine. And David Overstreet back here as well. 45 out of 100 laps complete here so far this evening. Great racing up front. Everybody's side by side now. Paul right there in the 3 good wrench machine trying to bring that car back in. Trying to work his way up just a little ways. Of course, Paul right now scored in the 9th position. As it changed it a little bit back to 10th, right around that area, alongside the 78 machine. 46 of 100 in the books so far tonight. J.D. Crow is now trying to pull ahead still up here, but it's still too wide for the race lead. We're going to focus mid-pack because we're going to see if any runs start materializing. Because if anybody's going to break away up front, it's going to take somebody getting a run mid-pack to move these lines along.
The yellow flag is
And
out.
the yellow is out on the speedway. Let's go see. We can find the issue here. I think the 42 may have been involved. Oh, there it is. Indeed, the 42 was right around it. Go take one more look at it. And he turned him around. And that's going to bring the yellow out one more time. 48 out of 100 in the books. Yellow flag on the speedway. And we'll be right back with you here as you see the flagman there waving that yellow. And we'll be right back with you here on Extreme SM TV in one moment. My bad, folks. I forgot to turn the mic back on for you. Anyway, yellow back out on the speedway once again. Sorry about that. iRacing decided to crash, got it fixed, and forgot to turn the mic back on. My bad. So yellow back out on the speedway once again. You seen that wreck there out of turn number 2. So now everybody back slowed down here. We're going to have 40 laps to go when we go green. So everybody in the comment sections, press F for the broadcaster because, yeah, I messed that one up. Or press B for the broadcaster. Guess who the boss lady is? Maria, I'm going to guess correctly this time, and it would be you. I'm John Brill out front in that number 71 machine. All right, when we go green, we'll have 40 laps to go. 40 laps to go here from Daytona Super Speedway. All right, we're getting ready to go back green flag racing here in just a moment. And we'll see if we can get a word with somebody as well here as we're under yellow here. See who we can grab. Look at Paul in the 3 machine. Hey, Paul, it's Matt up in the booth. You got a copy on me, buddy? Boy, it's been a crazy night out there so far.
A little loose first wreck that I was in. I just lifted and she just snapped right on me. I didn't have any notion on what was going on. She just broke loose on me and wrecked a whole bunch of cars, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it happens though. These cars have been loose here all night long, buddy.
Yep, they've been pretty loose. So I've been kind of hanging back a little bit. There's been it seems like the outside line just changed a little bit in this last build. Used to be a little faster than the inside, but for some reason they're pretty even stroked up there. But the inside line seems to be checking up quite a bit. So it's going to be I think it's going to be a battle here of attrition. See if see if I can't get up near the front, at least get in the top 10, get some points.
Yeah, for well, while we're still in the green here, as we look to be crossing the line to get probably one to go here. Very quickly, tell us a little bit about your logo company, and of course, you supplied all the logos here. We use them for the Crowsnest.
Yep, PK Designs. Just design whatever people need for either logos or paint cars. Just just enjoy doing it. And Jimmy and the Crowsnest guys needed some logos. I made them some really good logos. They turned out real nice, and everybody's happy with them. So yeah, this has been a good league. Been running with. This will be my first full season with Crowsnest, so I'm excited to be with these guys.
All right, buddy. Well, the best of luck to you going forward.
All right, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
No problem. All right, that was the Paul there, the driver in that number 3 machine. All right, we're gonna go back green flag racing here in just a moment, and we will have under 40 laps to go when we go green this time by. Here we go. Green flag getting ready to wave. Green in the air one more time here in just a moment. Here we go off of turn number 4. The 71, the 17, the 22, and the 08, your front row.
Green, green,
And the
green.
71 machine as well. Here we go. Green back in the air. Green waves one more time. Green back underway here. They'll start working their way into turn at number 1. 63 out of 100 laps complete here at Daytona Super Speedway. Yeah, we're headed to Talladega here pretty shortly though tomorrow evening. Take that plane ride over to Talladega for a race here tomorrow evening. But right now we got to finish this one up. 63 out of 100 complete here tonight. 17 machine right there on the back bumper of the 71, giving it a big shove. We heard Paul talk about being able to get that outside line to work here this evening. And it definitely looks like the inside line is the place to be. Side by side across the start finish line once again. Man, nice run up front. Feel a bit of blinking going on there. I believe that might just might be the iRacing server itself. These guys having to fight through that a little bit. The 17 right on the back bumper of the 71. Now keep in mind, a little bit different here tonight for these guys. Green, white, checkered implemented in the last build. And if we get down to it and there's a yellow, we will bring the yellow out and we'll restart them. 3 attempts at it's what these guys are going to have tonight. Is the outside lane really starting to fall back now. I mean, here we go once again into turns 1 and 2. '17 and the 71 hooked up on the bottom, trying to get that low side clear. Can't do it right now. Shane right there in the 22, really trying to hang on the outside. David Anderson right there as well. These guys doing a nice job. Nobody doing anything crazy right now. .65 out of 100 laps complete here at Talladega Super Speedway. I mean Daytona. Why did I say Talladega again? I've got tomorrow night's race on the brain apparently. Not Talladega, Daytona.
The yellow flag is
And
out.
yellow back out on the speedway. Let's go back and see if we can figure out where the problem may lay. Looks like the 45 may have been involved. Yes, indeed, the 43, the 45. What happens here? Down the front straightaway. Oh, wrecking in front of them. And that's going to catch them off guard. The 43 gets caught in it. Man. The 150 or 757 machine. Looks like he may have scooted through here. Let's take a look at the wrecking in front of him. Yeah, he blinked out there for a second, but he was able to scoot through with the cars wrecking all the way around him. The 43, though, I feel kind of bad for him. There's nowhere for him to go. Diego right here as well. Well, rip. I don't know what is going on with iRacing here. It's just literally blinking. But anyway, big incident on the back straightaway once again. Alright, 67 out of 100 laps complete here at Daytona. All right, everybody we'll start working their way around here. A couple cars head to pit road. Meanwhile, the 08 still up front. That's Taylor up front in the 08 machine. All right, here we go. One more time. We'll get ready to get them going here in just a moment. And Miss Maria, you are the boss lady. Just to clarify that, since in chat there. So here we go. Getting ready to go. 30 laps to go. We'll have around 30 laps to go here at Daytona when we get them lined back up and get them ready to go once again. All right, still on the iRacing pace card. $69 laps will go on the board here. The light's still on, working our way through. So when we get going this time by, we'll have right around 30 or so to go. And man, I just don't see anybody being able to do anything on the high side. That high side just been, you get up there, you get stalled out, you can't get clear, you can't come down. So that's kind of been the issue here all night long. Again, these guys had 3 fast repairs, and the yellows we've had tonight has been kind of tricky for them. And here we go. Light's still on that iRacing pace car. And if we get another yellow here, we'll try to grab a word with another driver here under the next caution. But we'll see how that turns out, see if we end up with another yellow. Taylor still will bring them down across the board. The 17 machine right there trying to get back to the race lead. We've seen him lead earlier. Just hasn't got back up there to it quite yet. Lights out on the iRacing pace car. We'll get ready to turn them back loose once again. Alright, as they work their way through, we're going to get ready to go green to flag racing one more time. Lights out here. When we get the green flag this time by, we should have around 30 laps to go. Again, it was right at 250 miles here tonight. To be exact, 248 miles is what they were doing here this evening. So we're going to get ready to go green with 30 laps to go. Should be well within their fuel window here. Shouldn't be a fuel issue as long as we go to the conclusion of this one and we don't have any overtimes. Now, if we have overtimes, fuel that definitely could become a problem for these drivers. All right. through turns 3 and 4. Getting ready to go back green here once again here in a moment. Off of turn number 4, we'll have 30 laps remaining. And that green flag, the flagman will wave that green flag one more
green
time.
flag.
We're back underway here at Daytona International Speedway for the season opener for the Crowsnest Cup Series. And into turns 1 and 2, here we go. Everybody back up to speed one more time. The 08 up front. David right there as well. The 08's going to get clear. David trying to get ahead on the outside line. Not going to happen. And we have just seen that inside line be dominant. And I think it's got to do with these cars getting a little loose out there. Not really as strong as they were before on the high lane because of the looseness. Here comes Bud Steele sneaking his way up into the top 7 as it gets late here. And Bud Steele on his way trying to get up here to get something done. Bud Steele trying to creep his way through. Trying to just inch his way up through here in that number 53 machine. Here we go, 2 abreast up front. Nobody able to go anywhere right now. Everybody kind of boxed in. 72 out of 100 laps complete. If you think this is something, wait till tomorrow, folks. We got more Crowsnest action coming at you tomorrow. The season opener for the Crowsnest Off-Road Truck Series. Man, that's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that one. Again, and I believe Miss Maria can clarify in the chat room that that's going to start kicking off around 3:30 Central, I believe. So, Maria, you can clarify there in chat, but I believe it is 3:30 Central. Alright, as these guys work their way down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, up front, David Anderson able to clear himself in front of the 08 machine, move himself out front, and he gets to the low line of the
Yellow flag
racetrack.
is out.
And a yellow out once again on the speedway. Yellow out one more time on the racetrack. 52, you see they're going through their grass trying to get it woed up. Something happening. Was Paul involved? Oh my goodness. Man, Paul can't catch a break. Here we go down the back straightaway in the 3 and 4 right here is Paul. And oh yeah, they just all get stacked up around the 19, the 24, the 3. Oh man. And the 19 machine and the 3 just all torn up. I hate that for Paul getting caught up in another one. The 19 just got slow and it stacked them all up. We'll go back and take a look here. The 24 and just, yeah, I don't know what in the world happened here. He's riding along in the back of this pack here. He goes to the bottom, gets in a weird spot here, just a little bit of contact through the grass, and he tries to get it woed up. Back up the racetrack, the 24 gets involved. The 19's involved. Wow. So Rob tried to keep that 19 machine straight, but it just didn't play out the way he wanted. And that brought the yellow back out on the speedway once again. David Anderson's got himself back up front. Meanwhile, they're headed to pit road here. 74 out of 100 complete. So we're going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 laps to go when we go green. One more. Okay, we'll be around 20 here once this is over. And then we'll get them back going here at Daytona. Alright guys, I'll be right back with you here on Extreme Sim TV. All right, here we go. Lights on that iRacing pace car. We're going to get ready to go back. Green flag racing. 77 out of 100 laps complete. Mr. Taylor up front as a 17 went to pit road. We're going to get ready to go green here. Bud's still in the 53 car. Now, both these drivers have 17 laps on this stint. I'd be kind of nervous with fuel on board. If we go green, white, checkered here, everybody else that just stopped should be good to go. Bud's still on the outside. Taylor on the inside. We're going to go green. John Brill inside second row. And Mr.
Green, green,
Rogers on
green.
the outside, 73. And the green flag is out. We're back underway. Bud with no help up there. Rogers falls back. Here comes 17 machine. David right there now. He is basically on a brand new set of tires and fuel. Those front four staying out, Bud among those that did stay out. And we're going to come down to it here. 78 to 222 to go here. Coming to 21. Man, Bud, that's a risky call staying out in case there is a yellow. Don't know if I'd have made that decision. Don't know about that, folks. There is Bud Steele, though, on the outside lane. He's got help with the 73. He's trying to get clear. If Bud can get clear and maybe drop down 79 out of 100, and Bud Steele to the race lead. Now Bud's just got to hold the bottom. He got it done on the outside. The 08 to his back bumper. He's just going to have to hang on here just a little bit longer. The 08 jumps out of line. He goes the outside line, but we haven't seen that outside line work as well here tonight. Now, this is kind of what Bud wants. Bud wants the 71 to get to his back bumper, stay even with the 08, stall the 08 machine out. Don't let him take advantage of anything. 71 right there to 17, who's led here tonight as well. As we're getting ready to wind it down. Bud Steele there up against, oh boy. Look at the 08 sneaking through. They're starting to get that outside line to work a little bit, I'm telling you. Bud now jumps out there to try to fight back. A little contact back there deeper in the pack. Everybody okay right now, though? This time by, the flagman's going to give them 20 to go. 20 laps to go here in the season opener for the Crowsnest Cup Series. Coming your way each and every Friday evening, only on Extreme Sim TV. Oh, very tight up there, and we got trouble back in the back.
The yellow flag
And
is
that's
out.
half the field right there. Oh boy. Oh boy. And there's Paul once again, all torn up. Man, Paul cannot catch a break here tonight. You seen him up in front of him. Looks like a couple of cars start getting together, and you just see it stack the whole field up. Paul gets caught. Man. Look at Ledford sneaking through here. The 30's caught up in it. Huge incident here on the front straightaway as the car gets turned around sideways. The 38 gets caught in it. Jesse Unruh, I believe, was the one that got tipped off there at the very beginning. Indeed it was. You'll see they're 2 or 3 wide right here. The 73 on the high side. And here we're going to see a little bit of contact at the 73 up into the wall. Tips him back down to into Jesse, and oh man. And stack them all up on the front straightaway. Alright. Bud Steele scored second. JD Crow 7th. And we'll see if we can get an interview here. One of your front runners. Let's see if we can grab Jimmy Crow Jr. Hey Junior, you got a copy on me, buddy? Jimmy, I don't believe it is Mike. They're in 39th. Let's see. See if Rogers, who's got a copy on me. Hey, Mr. Rogers, you got a copy on me, sir?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, you've had an interesting race here so far, man.
Interesting, to say the least.
Well, what kind of shape is the car in at the moment, and what do you think it's going to take to get back up there to the race leaders and try to win this one?
I got 2 fast repairs left. I should make it. Should make it up through here.
Alrighty. Of course, up that beautiful number 73 machine. I like your paint scheme, by the way, man.
Thank you. It's I got it off Trading Paint. I like it a lot.
Alrighty. Well, Mr. Rogers, good luck to you getting back up to the front of the field here, buddy.
Thank you.
Alrighty, that was Mr. Rogers there, the driver of that number 73 machine. He's going to have to work his way back up from the back of the pack here, and we'll see if we can get another one here. We can get a hold of. Let's see. And let's see if we can grab Mr. Luke Gray up here. Hey, Luke, it's Matt up in the booth. You got a copy on me, buddy?
Hey, Matt, I do. How are you?
I'm doing good, buddy. Well, you're up near the front right now. Scored on my scoring is 4th. So what is it going to take to get that car up to the race lead?
Well, it's going to take help, but I'm in good shape there. I've got teammates all around me. We have kept our noses clean for the most part, and yeah, we're going to mix it up.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, how do you feel that this the way they released the car in this build, how do you think it's affected the racing here?
I think it was an improvement on the racing here, but I am in the minority when I say that it has ruined the racing in this car everywhere else. But I do like the way it drives here now. Much better.
You think it's a little bit more challenging here?
I just think it's racier. I don't know that it's any more challenging. It's just racier. It's faster, it feels like.
Yeah, and I will say this, as far as your assessment on everywhere else, I'm in 100% agreement.
Well, you and we're in the minority. I tell you what, everybody else loves it. And it's still fun, don't get me wrong. I still enjoy it. It just took a lot of the driver out of it.
Yeah, okay, so I'll put it to you this way. I won Michigan in the NIS race this week, and I was kind of like Kyle Busch. I got out of the car, and I'm like, I hated how that thing drove.
Yeah, it's not as rewarding.
No, it's not, sir. Well, best of luck to you, buddy, going on forward this week in this one, and maybe you can get up there.
All right, Matt. Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks, Extreme TV.
All right, thank you, buddy. Have a good one. Alrighty, so we're getting ready to go back green and flag racing here at Daytona. Just had a word there with Mr. Gray there, Mr. Luke. So we'll see if he can work his way back up to the race lead. So when we go green, we're going to be around the 15 laps remaining here at Daytona International Speedway. Up front, Mr. John there in that 71 machine, lights off on the pace car. And we'll get green here with 15 to go. It's really going to be interesting because I'm looking through the running order. Down here at 501, you've got Mr. Dave Anderson, Jesse Unruh, Luke Gray. Dave and Luke Gray here, they're pretty close together. If those two can hook up, and they've got JD Crows too, so that's 3 of the 501 guys down here. It's going to be on the outside lane, or right with each other. It's going to be interesting to see how these cars work together. And I tell you what, if I'm John, I'm nervous because I've got at least three of the 501 guys right there at me. So we'll see how this works out for them. John kind of on an island on his own right now with David right there behind him. The lights are out on the pace car, and it looks like we're going to go single file restart here. So Luke Gray's going to have Michael in between him and David. And here's another thing: if they get up front, here's the deal. I know within the Crow's Nest, particularly, there's been some talk about teammates and watch how much you work together. But this is plate racing, so if you've got a teammate near you, if these two can get out front, I have a feeling they can stay there. And green flag is out, so we'll see Luke Gray right there with David, just a little bit back. Here's Luke. They're going to have to get around the 26 machine, though. That's going to split them two up. So keep an eye on Luke here, because he's probably going to go with David if he can. Pretty smooth sailing so far. Alright, there you have it. You have Luke jump to the outside. There goes David. That's exactly what they wanted. So now they're going to be together. Luke Gray and David there, right there with each other. JD Crow in the 23 machine. Now look what's happening here. Here comes JD Crow, again, a part of that 501 group. He's trying to get up there, 501, and work together. They get to the race lead, and they've got help around them. But now they've gotten splitting up. John, real brilliant job, able to get them split up. JD Crow right there, a part of that group as well. Now, what does the 17 do? Does he stay to the inside or go back up there with his teammate? He's got the 71 machine of John Brill right there. And I believe I go up there with my teammate if I can get clear of him. Pull him back along. He's clear of him now. What's he going to do? JD Crow on that outside line as well. Where does the 17 go? They can't really get clear right now to move up. He's going to have 13 laps to go. And how long will these 501 guys work together? And do they have any real, right now, Les Levy, his teammate Paul doesn't look like he's around that much right now where they're at. Everybody else is kind of, what's going to have to happen here is, the 71, oh boy, hang on to her, folks. We got a car below the yellow line, that's the 81, he was forced down there. Oh, now contact, he's going to go off the racing surface. Oh boy. That's going to be iffy. He's in the grass. So move Randy back. He's going to be way out of contention. He was above that yellow line there, and look what's happening here. JD Crow right there to 28. Now look, they're going to drop in the line right there. There it is. Nice move by your leader. He's got the teammate to his back bumper. Now JD Crow desperately trying to get clear on the high side line. Get down there with the 501 guys. JD Crow right there on the high side. We're coming to 11 laps to go. Can anybody get around these 501 guys? Looks like John Brill trying to hang in there. Bud Steele back there a little waits too. I hate to say it, but if I'm in this pack, I'm going to leave the 501 guys out to dry. That's the only way you're going to get around them right now because they got you throttled. They got a car first, second, and fourth. So they've got both lanes under control right now. That is actually identically perfectly the way you want to set up a plate race if you're going to work together. Crow. Trying to, now, the reason why I'm looking at JD Crow so much is he's going to dictate what that outside line does. And he's probably not going to push it too hard. Matter of fact, he may jump down the line here in just a moment. But I would almost want to stay up there because I'm going to control that outside lane. Meanwhile, the 29 and 17, they're just hooked up there like a freight train. out, working their way through once again. 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go. This time by in the season opener for the Crowsnest Cup Series. All right, now they're going to draw even down the front straightaway. The 28 machine's going to pull ahead. Michael on the high side. He's going to have JD with him. Oh, JD peeked out like he was going to try to split them. That's going to hurt their momentum. Bud's still back there in the pack trying to figure out a way to get through this here with 9 laps to go. JD Crow right there trying to push the outside line. Working with Michael. Nice race on the bottom of 29. And Luke Gray and JD. Look at these guys just all over each other. The 17 right there. David as well. 8 laps to go this time by at Daytona. Time running out. Now, used to be if we got to 5 laps to go, that would be the race. Not so much anymore. Green, white, checkered is in effect. Now, the 29 out front, he's going to have the 17 to his back bumper. Here we go, down the back straightaway. Three wide, 2 rows deep, 7 laps to go now. Here we go. We're coming to the end of this. 6 to go this time by now. 3 abreast for second. Can the high side get going? Bud still. Look at this. We're about to go 3 wide for the race lead, folks, with 6 laps to go. On the high side, the 98 machine, the 28 in the middle. Three by 3, here we go. We're going to have 5 to go this time by. If a caution comes out now, we'll get a green, white, checkered again. 3 attempts at a green, white, checkered here. Luke Gray, Michael out front. And we're wrecking behind them, and you know what that means. Yellow's going to be out. And that's going to lead us to a green, white, checkered finish. We got them piling up behind them. And Bud still looks like he got in the back of the 98, turning him around. And around they went. Oh, Bud right there to the back bumper, and he just turns him. Nothing Bud could do. It was a little bit of a check up. Bud turning him around. Nothing Bud could do. I mean, he tried to check up. You can see Bud get on the brakes, but flipped the 98 and turned him around. You see right here. I think the 98 lifted for the 62. And Bud wasn't anticipating him to lift that much. and just an incident of a checkup gone wrong. So now we're going to take a look at what's about to happen here. We're going to see 3 laps to go this time by. Luke Gray is your leader, and he is going to have to hang on through the green, white, checkered. Alright, so here's what we're going to do, folks. I'm going to step away, and when we come back, we'll have the finish of this one. The first green, white, checkered in Extreme SMTV history. Alrighty, folks, getting ready to go back green flag checkered. So here's a green, white, checkered finish. Now keep in mind the overlay is going to say 1 to go. I kind of ignore that. The overlay's not been updated quite yet for green, white, checkers. It will be done eventually here. Lights will go off on the pace car. Should be this time by. Most likely. Because now we're going to see it flash down to final lap, but it's not really the final lap. Just keep that in mind. All lights are off. going to be a green and white checkered finish. And if we end up having trouble, we'll restart it again. We'll do another one if they need be. Here we go, getting ready to get them green to flag racing once again here at Daytona International Speedway. Lights off on that iRacing pace car to head down the back straightaway once again. Again, ignore the overlay. This is not the final lap, folks. About to go green at flag racing once again. Alright, the first green-white checkered in Extreme Sim TV history headed your way right now. Here they come down the trioval one more time.
Green flag, green flag.
And green flag is out. Green is in the air, and this is going to remain the white flag lap until we come back around. We're not technically white yet. Next time by, we'll receive the white flag. Up front, JD Crow trying to get something done up here on the high side. Look at JD. Look at the push down the back straightaway to 29 to 17. Both these cars dead even on one another. 29 with that 17 machine. Here we go, coming to the white flag. This time will be the white flag. White flag will be in the air this time by. And we'll receive one lap to go out of turn number 4. Move to the outside now from the 17 machine. Headed toward the start-finish line. White flag in the air. One lap to go here at Daytona. JD Crow back there. Look at David up there in the 17 machine trying to hang on side by side with the 29. Here we go as we come down the back straightaway. Big push on the outside lane. Who's going to make it back around? Luke Gray, David there versus Luke Gray. Here we go down the back straightaway. The 08 right there. The 17's got all kinds of help on the outside. Luke getting a big shove on the bottom as they come through turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag will wave. Checkered will be in the air. Who's going to make it back? Who is going to be the first one back? Still side by side. Big move on the outside. Luke Gray up by a nose. And Luke Gray's going to win it at Talladega. Or at Daytona. What a great job. Luke Gray is going to make it across the line. Great job by Luke Gray. We'll go back and take a look at the finishing order. Taylor scored second. And we'll go back as they come down towards the start finish. Wow. As you see, coming out of turn number 4, here is what it looked like. Headed towards the start-finish line. Pack headed right at you. And Luke Gray, by that much right there, is going to walk away with the win here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. Great run there for Luke Gray. And we'll be right back with your finishing results. Alrighty, your race winner, Mr. Luke Gray. We'll go ahead and get a word with him right here in just a moment. Hey, Luke, it's Matt up here in the booth. You got a copy on me? Hey, Luke, it's Matt up here in the booth. You got a copy on me, buddy? Don't think Luke.
Hey, Matt, I got you.
There you are, buddy. Well, you're going to walk away with a win here tonight, buddy.
That's right. The first winner. Crow's Nest Season 2.
And 10-4, and the first green-white checkered on Extreme Sim TV as well.
Right on. All right. Yeah, I can hold my head up high.
Well, coming to the stripe here, you had that 08 pushing you for everything it was worth.
Oh, yeah, I'd have never got there if it hadn't been for him. You bet. He did an excellent job back there.
Well, you won by about a car length, but coming out of turn 4, man, I didn't know you two started to get that run, man, and it was all about that run to the start-finish line.
Well, Dave pushed me clear. Pondo. And then he moved up. And I knew it was on from then on. I chuckled. And he cleared me at one point. Cole pushed him clear of me at one point, and he didn't. I guess he didn't feel it. He wasn't feeling it, so he didn't take it. And yep, we were able to capitalize. Luckily, the 08 was behind us, and man, that guy, that's the first time I've ever raced with that guy, Taylor. And he was up there with us all night. He ran really well.
All righty, well, Taylor definitely took advantage of it and was pushed the far out of you, man.
Yep, it was a good race. It was fun stuff. Hey, man, I appreciate you broadcasting. Appreciate you letting us do this, and hope we made it exciting for you.
It definitely was, man. Well, Luke, congratulations, and congratulations on the first win of the season.
Right on. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Alrighty, let's get Taylor up here as well. Man, coming in P2 here tonight. Hey, Taylor, you got a copy on me, buddy?
Yeah, I got you. How you doing?
Doing good, buddy. Well, you were right on the back bumper of Luke coming to the line. You shoved him all the way out of 4. You got cleared a second by a fender. If you had another lap, you think you'd had a shot to get by Luke?
Yeah, if I could have pushed him clear, like going down towards turn 1, and then maybe shoot to the outside, and hopefully David or whoever it was could have given me a push that way. But all in all, I mean, despite all the wrecks and despite all the cautions, it was a really exciting race. Glad to have a good points night to begin the season, and certainly look forward to next week too.
Alrighty, buddy. Well, congratulations picking up P2.
All right, thanks, Matt.
All right, see you, buddy. All right, and we will grab the number 17 machine. We can here. Mr. Anderson bringing it home third. Hey, Mr. Anderson, you got a copy of me?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, you were side by side with the 08 there at the stripe. The 08 nosed you out there for P2, but you're bringing home third tonight.
Yeah, I had a buddy behind me, and coming around turn 4, he thought I was taking the lead, or turn 3, I guess. He thought I was going to jump down, and he kind of moved up a little bit to try to make a run for himself. And yeah, I really wasn't making the move. I was going to try to win it from the outside, but didn't work out.
Alrighty, buddy. Nevertheless, you were able to pick up third.
Yeah, third. Hey, I led a lot of laps tonight and stayed up front the entire time. And it's kind of a bummer when you don't get the win, but hey, there's nothing wrong with third.
Alrighty, man. Well, congratulations out here tonight, buddy.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Alrighty, folks. Well, we're going to go ahead and get you through your finishing results here in just one moment here at Talladega, or at Daytona Speedway. Again, Talladega tomorrow evening. That's what I was about to say. Talladega, headed to Talladega tomorrow evening for the Crowsnest as well. So, here we go. Our finishing results for the first race of the season 2 for the Crowsnest Cup Series. Gray will take home the win. Taylor second, David third, fourth is Mr. Michael. Sixth goes to Dave. They're in the 30 machine. In seventh, let's go ahead and get seventh pulled up. Mr. Crow taking home Mr. JD Crow sixth. In seventh, the 43 machine. That's going to be Mr. Just there in the 43. And Adamson there in the 8th. In the 7 machine, John Brill 9th. David Edwards in 10th. Scoring in on P11 here this evening. Going to be one of Mr. Bud Steele. Mr. Ledford is going to be 12th. Vasquez 13th. 14th, Richards. And Witt 15th. P16 is going to go to Mr. Rick Edwards, right behind him in 17th. That is going to be Michael. 18th is going to go to Douglas Johnson. Mr. Peck, there 19th, and 20th is Mr. Gunter. 21st here tonight, Les Levy, Dwight Pledge. 22nd, 23rd, Michael Spell. And 24th, Leonard. 25th is going to go to Mr. Ron. 26th to 1, Mr. Mark there. 26th, 27th, Gene Rogers. Dave Lane. And 28th. And the 29th is going to be Mr. Randy and Jesse, their 30th. 31st goes to Donald Stewart. 32nd goes to McKinney. 31st or 33rd to Paul. Overstreet 34th. Hop 35th. And 36th. Back here way down in the run. Mr. Cena scored 36 actually, according to mine. Okay. A little discrepancy there. Mr. Charles Johnson back here as well. Alrighty, folks. Just take a look at the finishing results. And I want to give the shout out to the Crow's Nest. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Maria, and Jimmy Crow and Jimmy Crow Sr. for putting this together. Maria, of course, as always, as our coordinator. Pretty good night here at Daytona. Exciting race. Keep in mind, these cars will be racing right back here next Saturday or next Friday evening here on Extreme Sim TV for the Crowsnest Cup Series. And let's see here. And we're going to show you a little bit of what we're going to be getting into here tomorrow evening, right here on the channel as well. Tomorrow about 4:30 Central, or 3:30 Central, around 4:30 Eastern. It is going to be the Crow's Nest Off-Road Truck Series. So don't forget that coming up tomorrow. Alright, again, congratulations to your winner here tonight. Bringing it home with win number 1 of the season, Mr. Luke Gray. Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it from Matt at Extreme Sim TV. And we'll see you guys in the next one.